Hey YouTube, this is the second time recording because I apparently didn't click the record button the first time, so that's awesome. But with that being said, I want to quick fire through some plugins because you guys have asked me to cover more plugins, so I will do so. I will quick fire through some ones that I do think you should download. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the description. Or not the description, the comments. I quickly want to say thank you to my Patreon that I have one of that supports me on Patreon. It's a brand new Patreon. You don't have to do so, but if you do so, that's awesome. Thank you. With that being said, let's jump right into it. First thing I want to talk about is these brand new champion medals. You can see them right here in red. They're just more difficult medals than the author time. Don't think too much about who set them. It's an algorithm. It doesn't matter. But the plugin is just called Champion Medals. Okay, they can be pretty difficult. Let me show you a map that I've tried to get the time on here. Just to show you guys how difficult these champion medals are. I am about 600s away from getting the champion medals on 09, but I'm also in the top 200 range of the map. So they are definitely super difficult medals to get, but I still think it's nice to have something extra to grind for if you are at the point where author times are getting a little bit too easy. Next up, we have grinding stats. It puts a little timer here on the right side of your screen, just showing you how long you've been grinding a track. It also pauses if you're not playing, so that's nice. But it just shows you how long you've been grinding a track. I personally like to know how long it took me to get this PB or the next one, etc, etc. Also, it saves how long you've taken, so the total time. If I go out, it's on 20 seconds now. If I go out and back in, it is saved. So it's 20 seconds, so now that I start, it's going to count up from 20. You can see just how long you've been spending on the map. I like it. You would like it too. Go ahead and grab it. Two more quick plugins that I want to talk about. It's the background menu chooser and the better loading screens. The background menu chooser lets you choose your background. It can either be a personalized background. I use the random background from the Trackmania exchange. It just randomizes my background every time I enter the game. It's really nice. And then there's the random loading screen, which lets you just put a random loading screen. It's just nice. It just adds a little bit extra to the game. I think you should download those two. It just makes the game look a little bit prettier. Then we have checkpoint counter. It just puts a little counter here at the bottom, notifying you. I have 0 out of the 7 checkpoints in the map, so you know how many checkpoints there are. You know how far you've gotten. It's more useful for longer maps that have maybe 50 or 100 checkpoints, RPG, stuff like that. Still a nice little extra thing to have in case you missed a checkpoint. Now we're going to talk about Better Chat, which is just another version of the in-game chat. It lets you see, if I type here, it lets you see the time that the chat was posted. It also lets you post Twitch things, right? I even have some of my emotes in here. So that's nice. It's just a better version of the chat. You should go grab it if you want to have a little bit of a different chat. It has some good features, so you should go check it out. Next up, we have the Mania Exchange Random Map Picker, which I really recommend everybody to download. It gives you the option to play a whole new game mode that didn't exist in the game. That's just been made from the... from people that play the game. It's crazy. You can start the random map challenge. It puts you into a random map on the Trackmania exchange, a completely random one. And now you have 1 hour to finish the author time. You can also change it to be the gold time. But so you play it and you finish the author time. And basically the name of the game is just seeing how many author times you can finish before the timer runs out. That's all it is, but it's so cool because it's full random maps. It's a whole new way to experience the game. I really recommend you guys try it out. So yeah. Mania Exchange Random Map Picker. Go ahead and download it. And those were the ones I really wanted to talk about. But guys, go ahead, check out the plugin manager, open the manager, go into the feature tab. There's so many I haven't talked about. If we just speedrun some of them, the main exchange puts the main exchange in-game, so you don't have to download the maps from a third-party website. It's so much easier. The item exchange does the same thing, but with items, so you can put custom blocks into the map editor. Very, very nice. Light map quality makes the quality of the custom blocks better. You know, there's so many things. Advanced free block, if you want to go very deep dive into the editing part. You can also press the populars tab. There's a bunch of really, really good ones right here. If I roll down, editor helper further extends the editor. Extra leaderboard, it lets you compare your positions with the top 100, top 1000, etc. on the leaderboard. Some SD helpers if you don't know how to speed drift properly. There's just a bunch. Even the last updated tab usually has a ton of really cool things. So just go ahead, check them out. If my video helped, I really appreciate a subscribe. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Once again, thank you to my Patreon. And if you want to check out the Patreon, it's all new. It's in the description. I really appreciate anybody that does, so you don't have to. Don't feel pressured. I will see you guys in the next one. Okay, bye.